know, I think it's a combination of wrestling and sambo that he got from his father, you know, and a couple little tricks here and there he gets from Leandro Vieira and other people. But and it's the mental, it's the intense pressure that he puts on himself to perform, you know, and the confidence that he has doing it. You know, it's amazing to see that confidence he has. Who in their right mind is going to be in between rounds discussing with the president of the UFC about why he deserves a title fight?
You do good? Okay.
Be careful, we're gonna smash your boy. Yes, of course.
Instead of focusing on the fight, he's like telling him, hey, you know, you need to give me that title fight, no more bullshit contract. Send me a real contract type stuff. It's like, what the hell?
Good to give up. You know this, I guess.
You know, it's confidence, you know, and his physical ability all combined. Not concerned with him closing the distance on him. The only concern is what he did with Michael Johnson. He allowed Michael Johnson to dictate the first 2.5 minutes of that fight because he wanted to blade stand up. So he knows we've worked on closing the distance for now going on 4 years. He knows how to do it. He will be able to do it. Once he got his mindset, you saw what happened in the third and the second round, how Khabib was able to close the distance, and he was actually able to land shots and close the distance because he finally got into what he was supposed to do. So if he goes out there and does what he did, like with Michael Johnson, that's bad. It's going to go bad for us all the way because it's like this. The way I look at it, Conor is so ahead of us on the striking, just like we're so ahead on the ground. So if we play each other's game, if Conor plays our game, he's in trouble. If we play his game, we're in trouble. My part is to not play his game. You know, can Khabib do it? Absolutely. He can do it now. He can do it today. It's just, will he want to do it? You know, because I had no idea that he was going to go out there and do what he did with Michael. I had no idea. We discussed right from the get-go, over and over, almost every day. What are we doing? Okay, coach. What did he do that day? A little bit opposite.
Notice he doesn't speak English until I started talking giving him the bird. Then all of a sudden he speaks perfect English and he's recollecting stories from Germany 7 years ago.
You remember in Germany, when I stay in Germany, you say, Joel Romero, I knew you heard me for wrestling? You forget that? I call now. I love you. See you soon, boy.
Listen, I always say I've never dunked anyone in my life, and I never will. So a couple of days ago, Dana calls me up. This is a Countdown exclusive. So Dana calls me up. He's like, you know, Mike, January 20th, Anaheim, you versus Yoel Romero. And I said, well, to be honest, Dana, I said, I've been getting some injections on my knee. Now, I'm not saying no to Yoel because, you know, believe it or not, after beating Weidman like that, yeah, I do fancy it. I was hoping Weidman would win. I always wanted to fight Weidman, more of a out of respect thing, really, even though we went back and forth and talked. I never really had too much against him. It was more kind of a comedy thing from where I was concerned. But I did want to fight him. That said, Yoel beat him, and fair enough, I guess, in the fight before, even though he tested positive, he beat Jacare, he beat Weidman, and he beat, you know, a bunch of no marks before that as well. So, yeah, I guess that would be the fight. So I said, listen, I've had 3 fights this year. It was only 4 weeks ago I had a war with Dan Henderson. I said, I want to enjoy Christmas with my family. I said, so January 20th ain't going to happen. I said, I'm not physically or mentally ready to jump into a training camp right now. I said, that fight, that date is 9 weeks away. I'd have to start training camp next week. I'd have to be in training camp all the way through Christmas. My family are coming out for Christmas. I'm planning on having some downtime. I think I've earned that. I've got a couple of injuries that I need to let heal up. He said, okay, so when are we looking at? I said, sometime in spring. Sometime in spring, 100%. Book the fight. He goes, okay, cool. He said, let me have a look at the calendar, see what dates are available, see what locations. I'll get in touch and we'll figure something out. So it's looking like that will be the next fight, unless there's some kind of unless something else transpires in some other situation. But it's looking like me versus Yoel sometime in the spring.
I've kicked this big ass in training before. I can say that, and you can quote me on that shit too.
So if I ever get the opportunity, I'm definitely going to kick his ass.
You feel you could take Bisping for the belt, you're telling me?
Hell yeah, I can take that dude. Get the fuck out of here.
You hear that? Now, do you not like Bisping?
No, I don't like him.
One day we're training because he goes around and he tells everybody that he kicked my ass in training. Okay, this is a funny story. He says, "Oh, you're Bisping. I f***ed him up in training once already, so whatever." Let me tell you the story. Here's what happened. At the end of the training session, I still felt like doing some work. Everyone was finished. I said, "Yo, you're right. You want to do something else?" He said, "Yeah, sure." I said, "Okay." I said, "So we'll just do a round of trying to get back to our feet." I said, "I'll try and pin you down for 5 minutes. You try and get back to your feet. When you get back to your feet, we'll reset. Go back down. We'll do 5 minutes. Then you do 5 minutes on top of me." Okay? He says, "Okay, cool." He starts on top of me. I get back to my feet like every 15, 20 seconds, something like that. And he's getting a little frustrated. Then, 5 minutes pass, we take a break. We go again. We switch. This time I'm pinning Uriah down. I'm holding him down. He can't get back to his feet. He's trying to get to the fence. I'm moving him away. I'm pinning him down. I've done this shit for years. No, it's no disrespect to him. I've just done this a long time.
Yeah.
And anyway, eventually, it's like 4 minutes 45 on the round. The round's almost done. He gets to his feet, right? And I just kind of fall back on my side because, you know, the drill is he gets up and then he comes back down. And he starts unloading on me. Bang, bang, bang. Punching me in the face as hard as he can with the little MMA gloves on. So I'm like, whoa, 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 what the hell are you doing? And I stand up and say, "Yo, you're a dick, man." I said, "What the hell are you doing?" He goes, "Well, you know." I said, "Listen," I said, "I'll tell you what it is." I said, "You're a bad training partner. Just because you got frustrated, you lost your temper." I said, "I'll tell you what," I said, "I'm never training with you ever again." I said, "You're a bad training partner. Go f*** yourself." Wow. And that was it. So that's his "I kicked Michael Bisping's ass in training" story.
Passada no banco.
He's gonna knock him out.
Since Robbie Lawler, you became my man.
After a while, you start going right direction. You make an escape, and you kind of create the scenario for yourself.